All right, hello out there. The program is Cross-Cultural Experience, and my name is Uche Onyebadi. Those of you who have joined me or who have watched this program, you know that I always invite somebody who has left his or her own cultural environment, gone to somewhere else, experienced something, and then that person is willing to share with the rest of us. And most importantly, or more importantly, what did the person learn from that experience? Okay, so today I have a young lady, Jiwon. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir. That's correct.
All right, okay. You're most welcome. So here is what you are going to do. Just give us a brief introduction of yourself, and then we can move from there.
Right. So, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me.
Most
Um,
welcome.
yes, this is very interesting program, so I'm happy to join it. My name is Jiwon. I'm currently located in North Fort Worth, Texas. I have been here over a decade, and I'm really pleased and feel very welcomed to be in this place because of the culture and people, and mostly, and food is really good too.
I like food. You can say it again.
Yes, food is always a big part of the culture, so I learn a lot, Tex-Mex and other food as well.
Right.
So yeah, so
Jiwa is from South Korea, is that correct?
yes, from South Korea.
Originally, okay. I'm from Nigeria, also originally. Okay, before we go into your experience, I'd like to inform anybody watching that if you want to be part of this program, all you need to do is to email me crossculturalexperiences@gmail.com. Crossculturalexperiences@gmail.com. Don't forget the S. All right, we'll come back to you. Let's start sharing your experience.
So based on the as the topic
Yeah,
cross-cultural, maybe I can bring the two different my experience from two different places. The one is from Canada, Toronto, and
okay.
one is from
Yeah,
US as well.
okay.
So I was in Toronto, I think it was roughly 12 and 13 years ago, for study abroad. And the one of the experience I'd like to share was that I have met so many friends from all different places.
Okay.
I cannot even count. Of course, Canada, Belgium, France, Spain, and Saudi Arabia. There are many students from Saudi Arabia at that time because they were funded by the government. So I learned a lot from them as well.
Okay.
And so many Middle Eastern students as well. So because we had, they provided really good friendship. They were very sweet. So we were meeting halal food places or some Arabic festival night, so I was
Okay.
invited. So I still felt I can still feel taste of that air of that night. That how much I feel honored. I was the only one outside of their community who were invited, so I was so honored. That
Okay. So do you felt at home?
yes, they
You know,
actually invited me to. I'm sorry, they were actually invited me to their birthday and their home, so I could be part of the literally in their community.
okay, yeah. I tell you something. I was also in Toronto in 2019.
Mm.
Your experience is exactly my own experience. I felt like everybody in the world was there. You
Mhm.
know, pockets of this and that. I just felt at home. And that was my first visit to that city. It was wonderful. I tell you something. The food I ate in somewhere there
Mhm.
was being run by a Pakistani restaurant. So I ate Pakistani food in Toronto, in Canada. It was wonderful.
I have the same experience. I think the restaurant was called Paramount. It was near the Dunton Square. Dunton
It
Square.
might be. I mean, the food was so nice. I even forgot about the name of the place, the
Yeah,
restaurant.
maybe.
Okay.
That was the first time I tasted hummus and falafel.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
really good.
Okay. So what was your overall takeaway from that experience in Canada? Because I always like my guests to talk about what did they learn from that experience. When
Mm,
you were going to Canada, your idea of Canada, did it match what you saw on the ground? Or what
mm.
ideas did you have about Canada before you arrived? And did it match or did it exceed expectations?
That is a really, really good question.
Yeah,
So what I learned from that, what was the takeaway? Even though I was in Canada, because of the specialty of that region, which is Toronto,
yeah,
I felt a lot more about the whole world beyond of Canada
okay,
because of all this literally melting pot from the people from everywhere. So before I go there, see, doctor, I have this is so much space of a frame in my
yeah,
head that this is right, what is wrong, what is right, this is supposed to be, and it is, this is how, it is, what it is, right?
yeah.
And every single day, this melting pot cracks my frame every day and then expanding my, literally my frame, and it's just enlarged so much. So I cannot even count how many I was learning from that expanding my understanding of knowledge. So
All
when
right.
I was encounter in some situation, I think this is wrong, but after a few times when I repeated in that situation, I realized maybe I was thinking not in wrong way, but in the very narrow way.
Okay, okay,
So, so yes, the Toronto experience in Toronto was literally stretching my legs.
okay. It expanded your horizon.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
like literally my lens was getting really bigger and
bigger
wider.
and bigger. Okay, that's one of the benefits of traveling to some other place, and then
Hmm.
you get so surprised.
Hmm.
I once had a guest from Ghana
Hmm.
who went to somewhere in South America, Latin America, and
Hmm.
he was surprised to find the same food he was eating at home there.
Hmm.
Right, so he felt at home.
Yes,
All right.
I totally can get, I get it.
Okay. Now let's switch on to another of your experience in another country.
So the second one is of course the USA, the country I'm resident right now.
Right.
It's a little bit different because in Canada, I stayed there just so many time, just a very short time
Okay.
compared to the USA. So even though my experience was very various, but I was not really in the situation to get into the one cultural reference deeper and deeper because there are so many.
So many. Okay.
So let's say it's like Six Flag. Toronto was a Six Flag. There are so
Mhm.
many attractions, so I can go here and there and riding pickup or riding express. So it's a really fun time. In US, it's more like a visiting historical place. So
Oh, okay.
I can see more deeper and study how the social norm and cultural references can be different because I am resident locating here longer in one place.
Yeah.
So I am meeting similar people from the similar culture, which is Texas. So I can personally researching them more, like more
Okay.
interpersonally, I would say. So it
Oh,
was a
oh,
little bit different from Toronto
all
experience.
right. Is there any particular experience you remember? Let me give you an example. Before I
Mhm.
came to Texas, long time before I actually came to the US, I used to watch wrestling. You know this wrestling?
Mhm.
WWE wrestling. So when I got, and then, cowboys all the time. So when I came to Dallas, I was looking forward to see the cowboys on their horses on the streets. I did see
Mhm.
any. I said, what? Am I in Texas? Then I mentioned wrestling. I was just talking about all the wrestling champions. Now, the person I was talking to was not interested in wrestling, and he was just looking at me, and he was an American. I said, "You don't know these wrestlers?" So I have no idea. So anyway, I don't know the kind of experience. Any something you remember that?
Well, okay. There are a lot, but
Okay.
okay, let me say like one first.
Okay.
The one most striking me was the difference between East Asia and Western culture about hierarchy.
Okay.
So in East Asia, there is a little bit of a different respect level based on the age.
On age. Okay.
Yes. There is a certain way we talk to the people who's on our peer and who's younger than our peer or older than, especially older than our peer. So
Right.
age itself puts you in specific position to interact this person.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say my friend that I have here for over 10 years, so she's a 10 years older than me, but I call her by her name.
Okay.
Never happened I wouldn't say never, but culturally, generally, rarely happen, especially calling the name. There,
Okay. In back in Korea.
yes.
Okay.
So, and there will be certain demeanor, especially, not just only the way we call them, but demeanor we need to equip
Okay.
to make the friendship ongoing.
Okay. All right.
Here, if you're a friend, your friend.
Yeah. Just call you
Age,
your name.
yes, age doesn't really set up the hierarchy. Baby hierarchy will be a little bit a strict way to express, but maybe can be changed by now because I have left it so many years ago.
Yeah, things
And
change. Things
yeah,
change.
things change and people are different or
Yeah.
regionally. So I cannot say never or it's a universal rule in Korea. But based on my experience, the age was a really, really big factor to interact, how you interact this person to make the relationship go smooth.
All right, and how you call them. When I came in here as a graduate student, my professor, Professor Lee Wilkins, yeah, I was
Mhm.
always calling her Dr. Lee Wilkins. He said, "Can you stop this doctor thing? Just call me Lee." I said, "No, I cannot."
That's
Simple.
that's exactly what I experienced from my
Yeah,
professors. Some of the professors are very friendly. So
yeah,
they started their first class and they were, oh, my name is and so, but you can call me, let's say her name is Sophia, then you can call me Sophie. Then
yeah.
there is no way I can call you Sophie. It would make me feel I'm disrespecting you. Then I'll feel bad about myself.
Right.
Yeah, and it was repeating every semester. So
Yeah.
yes,
I
I can
can.
so much relate it to it.
Yeah, can you imagine calling your professors? Hi, Sophie, and you are in you are you are in South Korea. Oh
In
no, no, I
South Korea,
cannot. Oh
the
no.
yeah,
So
no,
absolutely no way.
uh,
Like I told you, my Professor Lee Wilkins, we had to struggle for a very long time
mhm,
until we decided that I should just call her professor. I said, okay,
mhm,
that's a good way because I am not going to call you Lee.
mhm,
Lee
mhm, mhm.
was impossible.
Well, I have heard from people to people, there are professors who would just, you can call me just by name,
Yeah,
your person, I'm person. I'm talking about back to Korea.
yeah.
But the reason the story is spreading out is because that is a special case. Does it make
Okay,
sense?
okay. Now tell me, what did you learn from that experience of now? Yeah, what did you learn?
Okay, if I narrow it to one sentence down,
Yeah,
what I learned from this is what what you think you know and is right, maybe not.
in another culture.
Mhm. So
Okay,
you always want to give the other party, show you how you can interact them first. Just don't make assumption first.
don't make assumptions. Okay, that is a very good way to summarize your experience, both in Canada and here in the United States. Before we wind up, I'd like to remind people again, if you want to join us, if you want to join me,
Mhm.
cross-cultural experiences at gmail.com. So I want to thank you very much for your time. and for sharing your experience in Canada, sharing your experience in the United States, and then still retaining who you are, as from
Mhm.
South Korea. I'm sure by the time you go back and you see your professor, you might be tempted to call her, "Hey, how are you?" But oh, I'm not in South Korea.
It happened once. It happened.
Indeed.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but I hope they discover that you were not being disrespectful. It was just a cultural shift.
I was overly friendly.
Uh,
It was just I was overly friendly. So yes, it happened that
all
way.
right. Okay, all right. Thank you again for your time, and I wish you well in everything you do. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and take care.
Here, bye.